Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have painted this little room. So I have never painted really, I don't think, before. Nothing like massive like this. Definitely never used a roller either. But yesterday was the first time. And then that was the prep coat, which is why it kind of like looks a bit shitty. And then today I'm doing base coat and lime wash. Never done lime wash before. Scared. There is a rock in my shoe that I just fully hit. So I have Porter's paint, lime wash in a color that I made. Very exciting. And that's the goal for this. I just got home from work before I went and head today. It's currently 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna do this and I really wanna try and get one more coat done later. Like on this, I'm not sure how long paint takes to dry, but anyway, I'm on a time schedule. This needs to be done by the weekend so we can tile in here. Okay, I gotta lock in. I've decided that I will do the walls first before I do the lime wash. That way I could, the lime wash is gonna take quite a while, I think. And because you have to do it like in a special method to make the lime wash. So I feel like this will be a bit more straightforward. Golly, this is hard. And then I'll do the coat and then I'll paint that, start the lime wash. Lime wash will take a while and then potentially do another coat before the sun goes down. I don't know. Or I have got the powder room as well. There's a powder room back there. So yeah, this will be so good. Like when we have summer, because people going inside the house or like peeing in the pool, all that kind of stuff, so much better. So just give this a good stir and then I'll start the cut-in process, which, by the way, I didn't really even know you did. I gotta put my phone on loud because I have an order delivery coming today. And why have you lost me? What is this? Anyway, catch. That's fine at home. It's actually funny how things work out because I was meant to be working until a little bit later today and I had a client cancellation and then this company messaged me and said, your things will be delivered tomorrow, and I was home. I'm home, obviously. It's crazy how everything works out when you're just crazy and chaotic and just trust it. Be delusional. This, like, people are like, you won't be able to finish it in time. And yes, you will. Doubt us and we'll prove you wrong. Oh. My favorite thing. And like, they weren't saying it meanly, but they were just looking at the load that we have to do. And Matt's also working away next week, so I understand, but that's just not an option. It's not an option for me. That is the cut-in process done, which, oh my God, it hurts your hands so much. And now I'm gonna roll. Okay, I have officially finished base coat. Oh, I know that's not base coat, first coat, I guess. So now I am YouTube how to lime wash. Lime wash. Yeah, so just X's, X, 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 X. The process.
If you want to add a ton of depth to your space, consider line washing. You basically tape off the space as if you're going to paint like normal, but it's the oldest form of painting. It goes back to the first.
Go. I'm someone who cannot handle mess and like unneatness. So in like when I'm working, even though I can to some contexts, but I prefer neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and tidy all of this up first because it makes my mind feel better. Also, I just got my mum to bring me some cold and flu because I'm kind of feeling a bit average lately. The last day, I just got heaps of migraine and I just like felt a bit nasal this morning. And honestly, it's like what I do to be a bit of placebo so I don't come down with a cold. I don't know. Whatever. Shit. Okay. This weather is so bipolar. It's like hot 1 second, freezing the next. So this is like the brush that you have to use. Firstly, how the fuck do you open it? That will do. Okay, and then you just dip that in. I'm scared. As you can see, I'm literally delaying this. 'Cause I'm scared. Here goes nothing. Oh. Woo. Just realized I got it on the wall. So I am completely aware that this looks like shit being splattered on the wall, and that's okay because apparently that is what it's meant to look like, and you just gotta trust the process. And honestly, all of theirs looked exactly like this on YouTube, and then it dried and it was absolutely amazing. I do have to do 2 coats of this, so I'll tell you what, this is hard on the body, that is for sure. So I'm gonna be here rocking this. I'm gonna trust that my vision is gonna be absolutely amazing. If you don't back yourself, who the frick is gonna back you? Who is gonna back you? No one. So trust in that it's gonna be sick. Gonna be absolutely sick. I don't really know anyone who's done lime wash before, but obviously I spoke to the paint shop and they were like, it's so much fun. And you just gotta do X's everywhere. X's, and then you just like kind of blend it out, which honestly I'm kind of relating that back to like balayage really. So whatever. Oops, did I just take a freaking thing in the wall? Yes, I did. I got a bit too happy with that. There's a bit of brush here. Come on, brush, get out. Why do we have nails, seriously? Got it. Okay, I have officially just finished my first coat of the lime wash. You can kind of see in some areas, because I started here and kind of went there, because you kind of need to like burst it around like clouds and like kind of join them up. Very similar to like me doing balayage, to be honest, in the hairdressing. So you can kind of see behind me, like that looks like just poo, and then it's starting to like kind of be a little bit less there. So that's my first coat. Now it will just dry, and then I have to do another coat. I found it quite challenging on the corners, especially because I don't want to go too close to the wall here. So I don't know, I'll just probably do that on the last coat and just like maybe get a smaller paintbrush or something like that. But yeah, that was fun. Pretty good at being messy. So again, like in hairdressing, we kind of have to be like that and trust the process and like kind of flick it out. But that's me done. I have officially done the lime wash paint, one coat everywhere, even in the powder room. And then I'm gonna go coach now. I've just got some check-ins. Sorry, no, I don't. I do not have check-ins. I have to do some form reviews, and then I'll plug out for the week for coaching, and then maybe come back in here and do another coat. Like the walls look pretty dry now, so that's good, I think. Okay, we have officially done it. Matt came and helped and did the roof, but all final coats are done now. The roof's done, 2 coats, 1 coat. And then lime wash, heater for the lime wash, which we will do again at around 8 p.m. But for now, I'm gonna go get myself some Nando's. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, it is currently 7:36. Thought we're gonna come out here at 8, but it's pretty much dry because we have the heater here. So we're gonna do our second coat of lime wash now. Let's go.
Except I just got on the wall again.
Slow down, mate. We've had food. We've prepped. We also had Nando's, which is what we have typically most Fridays, to be honest. MTV, welcome to my crib. Okay, well, update. It's probably been a while since you've seen it, but this is done. This is done. Everything's done. Not quite. But everything else. I'm just in here painting some skirtings now. I had to fill it, putty it, sand it yesterday. And today I'm about to paint the skirts, which kind of seems a bit scary because they're on the wall and I'm scared. But that's okay. We're fine. This morning, little recap for you. I went to track, did 5K on the track, and had some calls, did my replies outside. It's sunny today in Melbourne, which is so good. Trying to take as much sun time as possible. And then I'm gonna edit this YouTube, and then I'm just gonna do some meal plans and some gym programs and meal prep for midweek, because if you are new here, I like to do a week top up. So Matt is currently working away from home. He's in Phillip Island. So I'm not really sure when he gets back, but I want to make sure that he's got enough food in the fridge. So I'm gonna make some carbonara again, to be honest. Oh, I freaking made the best carbonara. And it was really tasty. So I'm gonna make that again, and it didn't take very long. So we'll just do that. And I'm gonna start painting this. I've been putting it off, to be honest with you, but then at the same time I've been doing some work. So it's like, am I really putting it off, or am I just being busy? I think I've been putting it off. Because honestly, painting, I probably should change. I might go get matte shorts on, because from what I've seen in the paint, it doesn't come out. And these are my good leggings. They're my good leggings. So I'm gonna do that. Talk to you soon. Oh, this is fucking challenging. Holy shit. I just messaged Matt and said this is really hard to paint the skirts on the wall. Oh my god, how am I gonna do this? I decided to go and get some tape. So I was just extra careful. So I only need to really, you know, dab on where the pudding was, but like, fuck me. It's so much harder than you think because it's so close to the wall. See, oh my god, like imagine if I had a got that just then. Anyway, I'll be here. Okay, so I just finished all the painting. I had to lock in. I had to really concentrate. But I'm finished now. Now I'm just gonna tidy up, and then I think I might clean these windows because there's like stuff on them, like texture. But what I was saying before I had to realize that I was concentrating, I am fitting into Matt's shorts right now, and if this was me probably like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have been like, oh my god, like I shouldn't be able to fit my partner's clothes. Like he is 90 kilos. What the fuck? Like you're fat, it's really not that deep. I obviously have glutes for starters. And secondly, it's not that deep. Like these shorts fitting me pretty freaking perfect, to be honest. And you know, I used to wear his t-shirts heaps to bed, especially like when we first met, and they fitted perfect. They weren't like hugely oversized. They kind of just like look like a t-shirt that I would have as like a pump cover. And it's seriously not as deep as what you guys all need to make it. And maybe there could be a little bit of, I guess, truth to that. If you feel like you are fat, I would invite you to go, okay, where can you clean up your inactivity or steps or food so that you can feel better? See, because like I know that you're probably gonna think like, oh well, that's okay to say that because you obviously like who you are and you know you have the body that you do, but you know there was once a time where I didn't have this, and this isn't luck. This is a choice that I continuously make, and I really like my life that way. So I guess if you do feel that way and you do feel really triggered by by clothes or your partner's clothes fitting you or something like that, maybe you could play with that there is maybe truth to that. And then if there is truth to that, there's no point shaming yourself and being angry, because that's the worst thing you could do. The best thing you could do is just make some actionable steps that you can start to implement. Tracking your food, moving more, going to the gym, treating yourself with respect is the things that I would be doing. But that's my little riffraff. Finished now. Yeah, I'm just gonna tidy up. I'm wearing my Good Body running socks out here. Actually, I didn't ever have running socks, and I invested in running socks like 3 weeks ago. I don't know why. I just thought I would like some extra compression, especially like being on my feet all day. Like I notice when I take my socks off, well, you can actually see my feet are swollen. Like, I don't know if you can see the indent. My feet are always swollen. My legs are really swollen because I stand up so much throughout my days. So I thought, well, if I'm running, some compression could really help. I never had blisters or anything like that, but there is extra cushioning and stuff like that. It doesn't really feel that way now, but yeah, there's a bit more cushioning. So you don't need to go and do that, but the 1%ers, when I've already been doing everything else, the 1%ers are just gonna help move the needle. But yeah. Although don't mind the way that I look, I literally just woke up, but today is really exciting. A neighbor is cutting the tree down. This tree. This huge tree. And I cannot wait because it literally drops leaves everywhere and it just like ruins our entire paving. But anyway, I had a nice lay-in this morning. It's Thursday and See, both can exist. But you didn't think that I ever have a sleep in. And I worked a late shift tonight, so it's really, really, really important that I do give myself the rest. I've also done 3 of my sessions and given my body a little bit of rest. I was going to potentially go to the gym and just do a fun session, but then I realized I was just people pleasing because I knew that if I didn't go to the gym, maybe my friends wouldn't go to the gym, and I really wanted to go to the gym. So I just pretended I was going to the gym and they went to the gym. So my bad. Little white lies to help people actually do good is not a bad thing, right? But yeah, I've got work today in hair, which is like the late shift, which is why I like just giving myself a bit of a rest. Like it's literally 8 o'clock and I'm still in my pajamas. I was just on the couch and my dog's cuddling them. And the tree is getting cut down and I'm so excited. I was just sitting in my office just doing some work and I keep seeing hearing like the trees like dropping, and I'm like, a big part of me, oh my God, my dogs have obviously been in my bed. They're not allowed in our bed, and I just walked past and I've gotten in our beds because our room has like so much nice sun. Close that door. But I keep hearing all these branches like dropping and I'm like, oh no, is it gonna drop onto a cactus or the pool? And then it catches it. Like it's crazy. Look at this. Like I know that they can see me, like I just have my camera out. So I got shy. But like there's big like hands that full like cut it and then like catch it. Crazy. Also, that cost $7,000, which is pretty good considering like we were thinking like maybe 10, but $7,000 for that damn tree. But obviously it's our neighbor's tree, so we are going to give some money into that to help get it, because it has been like really affecting our pool and like our pavement, and then it's also affecting, I just got the biggest shiver, it's also really affecting his backyard. Like it's taking over his entire backyard, so we can't even really do anything about it. So that is so exciting. Like honestly, I had no idea how much this tree like really dropped a lot of things. Like what are they called? I don't know what they are called, but I didn't realize how much they drop those trees. Corns, I don't know what they're called right now. I've gone blank. But like you stand on them and get and so I'm so bloody glad that is going to be over. I'm just sitting here editing my vlog for like the salon and like going through and having a look at, you know, the lime wash and like that kind of stuff. And I can definitely see that I painted and then I skipped a whole lot. And honestly, that is because we were working so X speed. But over the weekend, we obviously painted, lime washed on Friday night. And then Saturday, I went to work and then Matt started tiling. So he spent the whole day tiling. And as you would have seen, you've seen the tiles, they are Travelton. So Travelton, beige, whatever. So he tiled and did absolutely everything. And then it was obviously my job to do the skirting, which you saw yesterday in my other black outfit. I'm wearing black a lot lately. What the hell? My alter ego is like my black. When I'm running, I like to wear black. Like, I don't know, it's like my alter ego. But I have just been in my office and you can kind of see the tree. You can kind of see the tree here. And it has been completely cut down. And it is so much lighter. It is so much lighter. Let me show you. Wasn't that the most crazy thing that you've ever seen? I've never seen anything like that. So, wow. Wow. All right, so I am going to go outside. I'm actually up to date with all my coaching stuff and I just want to get some fresh air. I love to do something for myself before I start work in the salon. So I'm actually going to go outside. I'm actually going to do some weeding. I know that sounds really weird, but Matt has so much load on at the moment. Wayne, which is one of the guys from the track, came and mowed the lawns yesterday for us because then I didn't want him to come home and have so much stuff to do, and he didn't get time to mow the lawns before he went away. So Matt's currently just working away at the moment in Phillip Island. So Wayne came and mowed yesterday, and I'm just like looking at the garden beds being like, fuck, there's so much weeds. So I'm just gonna go out the front and just do some weeding. It's in the sun, let the dogs play out front. And then like I'll head to work soon. But yeah, I just like to do something for myself that isn't just like computer work into hair work. So I usually do computer work, and then something for me, and then I'll go to work. But obviously that depends, like my roster is pretty different week to week. So that also depends on that too, and like what time it is and everything else. So I'm gonna go do that. I wanna go to Henry's and get some bananas or something like that. Just for some potassium. I don't know. Whatever. Sun's out. It's a glorious day. What a blessing it is to be alive. So obviously just before I was mentioning that the floors are Travertine pavers, which is really, really nice. There's like heaps of different colors of them. And we just chose like the lightest beige kind of color there was, which looks like this here, which was really nice. I think this is the back actually. Yeah, that's the back. So disregard. But yeah. And then Matt just did the grout in Travertine color and everything else. Got heaps of deliveries to kind of go into there, but you will see that in the coming weeks. What are the dogs doing out the front? So I'm just gonna weed all this. Just gonna weed all of these little grass areas. What do you think, Bob? Finish all the weeding? That was actually so nice, like just being out in the sun and just doing all the weeding. Oh, Ari, you just informed me that there was another one. My dogs like love eating grass. I don't know if it's a universal dog thing. Let me know if your dogs are the same. My dogs are not deficient in anything. They have just always loved nibbling salad. We call this salad. But anyway, that was really nice, just like being in the sun and just concentrating on pulling weeds and doing all that kind of stuff. I ended up cutting back some cactuses just near our windows because they're like very big and I could barely get the hose in, and I just tidied it up and put it away, and the tree is nearly gone. Bob, be careful, that's really prickly in there. The tree's nearly gone. It's very loud when you're outside. Inside it was quite quiet, but he just came and said like, hey, if we dropped anything in your pool, like, we can come clean it, and like there wasn't really. It's like, yeah, just usually this can really upset a lot of people when you cut down a tree. And I was like, no, not us. Like I want this tree gone. So that's really cool. There it is. Hello and good morning. So I think it's really important to kind of tell you and show you like not just the highs, but also I guess the lows. Let me just put my maps on there. I have an upset tendon in my ankle that is inflamed, and it happened on, I don't know, Monday afternoon, very random, and then I went to physio, and he was not at all stressed. He's like, it's just an inflamed tendon. The run that we did on the Sunday before that happened was all uphill, so it was just like the camber of my ankle and all that kind of stuff. And he really wasn't concerned at all, and was like, you know what, just try like stay off your feet and do all things. But obviously as a hairdresser and then doing the reno, I have not been able to do that at all. So in the morning it feels completely fine, like not sore at all. But by, you know, at least a walk around the block, it is then inflamed again. So basically, in short, I was meant to be doing 21 kilometers today, and I have pulled the needle on that because I could do it, but discipline to me is also knowing when to pull back when it's smart. I am such a disciplined human that I could run through this pain, and it's pretty painful right now, today especially, yesterday especially. And for context, I've been working in my work boots all weekend. It's currently Easter Monday, and it's been wake up at like 5:55 and then not come inside till like 8:30. So there's been pretty big days in my work boots standing up for pretty much the entire day. So I haven't really been able to stay off my feet, obviously, and that's just the season I'm in, and honestly, that's more important than healing a tendon, in my opinion, right now, for a run. So, you know, Friday I was like, oh, I'm good to go, I'm definitely gonna be able to run. And then Friday was a huge day, and that was all good. And then Saturday I woke up and my ankle was good until the afternoon, where it just wasn't, and I was in my work boots all day. So I'd been kind of thinking in the back of my head, like, okay, like fighting with myself, can I push on, can I just do it anyway? I'll just do it, like, who cares, I'll just do it, like, whatever, I'm in pain anyway, like, it's not gonna get any worse. Yes, it can. But I think I was just like kind of coaching myself through that and just kind of coming to terms with it. And then I just decided, you know what, like, that's actually just probably not going to be worth it. So I'm just going to aim for an 8 to 10 today. I have my bike in the back, which you can see. And there's also like heaps of Lime bikes around. So I'll be able to get on one of those if that's what I need to do. But just a little bit of a run. Like I said, my physio was not concerned. I asked him if I could run, and he said, yes, it's fine. It's just going to be one of those things that is going to be irritated a little bit. And like for reference, like obviously I saw my physio on Tuesday morning, and I said to him, can I go to the track tomorrow and do intervals? And he said, yeah, that's fine. So, and that was like when it was probably most flared. But after having some physiotherapy, my ankle definitely felt a lot better. But it's just been the last 3 days of like hectic work around the house that I just haven't been able to stop, and like having to wear slides to go inside on our freshly tiled floors and all that kind of stuff. Like the slides hurt so much, but then walking barefoot is fine. So yeah, definitely shoots the trigger. But anyway, I pulled the pin, and that is the hardest thing to do for me, because I want to show up and I set this intention, and like, you know, everyone else is doing that today. But you know what? It's really fucking cool to be able to go, you know what? That's just not actually going to be worth it. And like, look at the bigger picture. I have such a big week of work this week coming up, and if I can't stand on my foot for like those huge days, like I'm going to be screwed. And then we go away, and then I come home, and then I have lots of big things happening. So the big picture for me right now is so much more important than a 21-kilometer with my friends. As much as I want to do that, it's just honestly not worth it. But fuck me, that decision was very hard to make. So much of me wanted to go like, oh yeah, just do it, just pretend you're not in pain. But yeah, and I also just like, props to Matt, like he never is going to tell me what to do. He was supporting me either way. But obviously he's happy that my decision is on that, and I'm honestly very proud of myself too. But I'm currently on my way to the run. It starts at 8 o'clock, it's 7:13. I'm expected to get there at 7:43, so I can just do my old lady warm-ups and stuff, and chill and talk to the girls. It's currently pissing down. It's currently absolutely pissing down. Like, I didn't see this on the radar. Yesterday was such a nice day, of course, typical. And today is not. So that's okay. A little bit of rain doesn't hurt nobody, and honestly, you get warm as it is, and I think it will. I'm manifesting that it's going to stop by the time I get there anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My sister's coming on the run, typical as well. Like, she comes on the first run, and it's freaking raining. But props to her. She's already been up. She's put the slow cooker on. She's done all the little things that she needs to do for her family. She's got 2 kids, and honestly, very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, I'm just going to do 8 to 10, see how I go. Don't push it too hard. It's just not, I can't even explain. It's like a dull pain, like 24/7. I fractured my foot, I don't know, 2 years ago. Running. I didn't prep right. I didn't actually prep at all. I just went and raw dogged it. And that was totally different to this pain. That was like, when I moved, I was like absolute agony, but when I sat there doing nothing, it was fine. This pain is like a dull pain, 24/7. Like, restless legs almost, which is obviously just tendon nerve, which is crazy because I was saying this to Matt and he's like, that's literally what I have because he's motorbike accident. So poor thing. I was gonna say his is self-inflicted, but so is mine, so I can't really talk, can I? But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna lock into this drive and just chill a little bit. I've been doing my client replies because it is a Monday. It is a public holiday, so I just do my replies in the morning and then I'll maybe see what I'm doing in the afternoon. Matt's gone to his office to do some work now, so honestly, business things, it never really stops. It's kind of like if I don't do some work today, then I will really be behind Tuesday, and my workload's already huge this week, so there's no point doing that. But what was I saying? Oh, I've done my replies. I've done one check-in. I've made sure everything's good behind the scenes, so then I can just enjoy this run and stop, think about work. Sometimes, it's really hard to switch off. That's why I like running on Sundays or whatever, because you literally just switch off and you've got nothing else to think about, no work, nothing. But public holiday, I'm kind of oh fuck, I've got so much to do, but enjoy it for what it is. So I completely realized that I did not update you yesterday after the run. Honestly, I think it just comes down to just being really present and being really, really present. I spent a lot of my time online and filming and doing things. So I ended up running 8. My goal was 8 to 10. And to be really honest with you, I really, 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 really had to be very disciplined to go, yes, Maxi, we know that you can do 10, but actually, is it worth doing 2 more? Or could that 2 more just be the thing that breaks you just because you wanted to get 10? So I decided to call it at 8, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. It is a very, 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 very hard thing to do when you are a high achiever and you can perform and you can put up with a lot of pain. I'm really glad. And at 8 point, I think it was 8.2 or 3 or something like that, and I was like, you know what, there's a bike here, I'm gonna stop now because I don't know where the next bike could be. It could be another K, it could be 500 meters, it could be 100 meters. I couldn't see any bike in the future. So I was like, you know what, it's meant to be. There was a drinking tap, I had a drink, I paused my watch, and I was like, every part of you wants to do 10 right now, but that's because you just desperately want to do 10, not 8. So I called it, and I'm really glad with that. And it was very hard to do that, but I'm really happy, and the bike was there. And then I just rode, and then it just happened that Rossi was riding past, and Ali, and then Olivia, and then Ava. So I just got on the bike and supported them, and then I found Maya and Alex on the bike as well, because we all share locations as well, so we can all easily find each other. And I saw Ava. Ava was at the beginning, and I just went and supported her, honestly. Because it's hard enough doing a 21, but doing it pretty much alone, because obviously they're all different speeds. And so Ava was ahead, and I was like, you know what, I'll follow Ava and I'll just cheer her on and give her some praise, make it easier for her as much as I physically could. So I did that, and honestly I thought a part of me would have sadness, and I didn't. I was just so excited to see my friends achieve a 21 and be by their side. I feel like I would have been sadder if I didn't go all together. And I think this is the thing that I really want to really, really, really make so clear, is that so many people would have had that all or nothing. If I can't run, there's no point going, or if I can't run 21, what's the point? But the truth is, get the fuck out there and do that. You're just gonna beat yourself up at home. If I didn't go, I would have been so, I reckon, disappointed in myself for not supporting my friends, and I would have been disappointed and bored, to be honest. So doing what I could and then getting on a bike, easy. Obviously I had my bike in the back, so if worst case scenario, I was like, I'm willing to get an Uber to my car and get my bike. Like, I just don't care. I'm showing up. I did. And I think that the biggest misconception too is like, when we run on Sundays, we all do different lengths. And Olivia came for the first time yesterday, and so did my sister. And at the start, we're like, okay, what's everyone doing? And there was like 3 or 4 21s, and then my sister was like, she's doing 8. I said I'm doing 8 to 10, not sure. And then she's doing 6. Like, everyone runs different, and basically what happens is you run until it's time for you to bounce, and then you just drop off. That's all there is. There's no, I don't even know when people drop off. I just suddenly look behind and there's not as many people, and that's the beauty of it. Like, you don't have to do it. And I love that about our group so much. Like, every single week we all run different kilometers, and it's no big deal, and it's never like, oh, you're only doing that. It's not, we would never do that, because at the end of the day, as long as you're running, you're beating the 1%. You're the 1% that isn't freaking just rotten in bed, you know? Like, so that's a win in itself. So yeah, that was that. And then honestly, I came home and just locked into work. Today's Tuesday, by the way, so I'm just on my way to Cairo, and I have just a big check-in day. I have only really 2 solid days of coaching this week, like as in full days. So I did that yesterday afternoon. I did it in the morning, and then I did it in the afternoon. And then I just have 10 check-ins remaining and like all that kind of stuff, which I will do today. And then tomorrow I'll just do replies. I did a lot of my back end stuff for Future Maxi, which is this week. So for example, like program building and all that kind of stuff. So once I finish my check-ins today, I will just be on replies, form videos, and all that kind of stuff, because I did the hard yucca last week to make sure that this week was set up, because I am in the salon Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, which is rare, but it's just the way it worked out with life and schedule and everything like that. So very, 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 very exciting. But yeah, and then Matt really wanted to, Matt has had like no socializing because he has been busy in like building mode. And he really wanted to go for dinner, and so I just asked my friends who wants to come to dinner. We wanted to socialize, and we just went to Persian, which is honestly just like heaps of meat with rice, and it is just such like, I hate the word clean, but it is clean food. It's just food. It's just real food. No, like, you know, processedness, I suppose. It was just lamb cutlets and chicken breast and rice, and just like really yum, fresh food. We actually had that like every single day when we went to Queensland. In Queensland, Persian food is like really popular. Here, there's not really many. So we went to Dandenong. A little bit scary going to Dandenong, to be honest. Like, there was a lot of junkies around, and we had like 2 girls and then just like Matt. It was scary. But that's okay, we were fine. And it was seriously so good. I have no idea what the name was of the restaurant. Like, it was so different. But Persian food, highly, highly recommend. I mean, there's not really that many around. It was Dandenong, so you'll be able to find it pretty easy. But that's pretty much a recap. Like I said, I'm going to Cairo right now. I've just been at home working, went to the gym, trained legs. Like, it's a very Monday, Tuesday feeling. It's a very Monday, Tuesday. My ankle's feeling really good today, which is really good. Last night when I got home, it was not very good. But I iced, compressed, and elevated, and I worked and I was just icing and then compressing before as well. But my ankle feels a lot better today, but it is only early and it has been feeling really good in the mornings. Except for yesterday morning, it did not feel like this. So I think we're in the mend. I feel like it has everything to do with like just how busy our life has been in the last 8 weeks. Like, me and Matt have been working so freaking hard, and I feel like it's now coming to an end, so we can kind of chill out a little bit. Because if you look up the spiritual meaning of a sore right ankle, it's a lot of like masculine energy, being too rigid, but unfortunately, universe, I have to be like this at the moment, but I feel like my ankle's better now, and I feel like that always has a reason. But believe it or not, be skeptical or not, but whatever, I believe in that shit. So off to Cairo now. Just having a little bit of a spruce up. I go to Cairo and physio and just trying to do as much as I always do this, as much as I can. Cairo is a new additive. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm just getting a couple of cracks here and there. Not really sure. It's only my second appointment. I definitely, I don't know. It's okay. We'll see how we go. But physio is my main thing, and obviously strength training. But I just like to do all these 1%ers because everything else, all my baselines are perfect. So I wouldn't recommend adding all these things in when maybe you just need to focus on your diet, going to the gym, showing up, doing your steps, and consuming less social media. Like, I think that's honestly the best. And because I am well above all of those things, I hit my protocols day in, day out, week in, week out, like 365 pretty much. I just add a little bit of a sprinkle on top to make sure that I am just feeling my best, because I can.